It's the middle of August in my Texas garden, and it's time to plant carrots. My name is Vanessa, and I am coming to you from the garden. I garden out of central Texas, northwest of the Austin, Texas area in the burbs. I have a personal garden, and I have a teaching garden, which is a larger space where we will be planting carrots today in a raised metal bed. I know that sounds crazy because it's so hot outside right now. Carrots really love sun. They just don't taste as good in the heat. They will germinate really quickly when it's warm outside. You just have to keep them nice and watered. The best time to grow carrots is to take advantage of the warmth and the sun that still exists here in August, here in the South. You can get quick germination times and you can get the plant's greens established pretty fast. The taproots start to form as the temperatures cool down, setting you up for a pretty easy harvest of carrots going into the cooler months. You can get plenty of harvest before the days get too short and the carrots start to slow down until about February when they start growing again. There are three main stages to get through when it comes to successfully growing carrots from seed in your home garden. The first one being germination, and germination can be really finicky sometimes. The biggest hurdle you'll have to get through when it comes to germinating carrot seeds is maintaining adequate, consistent moisture, which is why I really try to grow carrots where I have irrigation already. Now, what does that look like? Because carrot seeds are very tiny and the sprouts are very tiny, so you need them to have moisture, but not be completely covered up by a super heavy mulch. Then those sprouts can't get through and find the sun. There are a few different tricks that people use in order to do this. Some people take a piece of wood and lay it over the area where the carrots are, and you just make sure that you check them every week or so. Sometimes carrot seeds can take about 2 weeks to germinate. But I don't like to do that because, one, it's just not feasible with the size of garden that I have most of the time to be laying pieces of wood down everywhere. And two, my pill bugs, or roly-polies is what we call them here in the South, have been really bad for a few years now, and they really love to live underneath pieces of rotting wood. I like using easy straw, which is a chopped straw that doesn't have any weed seeds in it, and it also is not sprayed with herbicides. It's found at Tractor Supply, but that means it's not available to everybody. And I have had some seeds sprout in it, but not very much. It's pretty affordable for how much you get, and because it's chopped and very fine, you can lay it down and it's sprayed with a molasses type ingredient that is called tack, and it keeps it from blowing away in the wind. So it really is an awesome product, and that's what I've used in the past, and the carrot sprouts go straight through the straw, but the straw holds in the moisture and we're good to go. The second hurdle you have to get through when growing carrots is sunlight. They actually need a lot of sunlight. Anything that has a taproot that really has to form pretty substantially underneath the soil has to have a lot of above ground growth. And in order to have all of that leafy green growth, they need access to sunlight. So pick a spot in your yard, specifically going into the fall and winter, that gets as much sun as possible. And this sounds like the opposite of what we talk about when we go into spring, because we're trying to protect from the brutal summer heat here in Texas. But I promise you, if you've never grown nice, big, hardy carrots successfully before, it's probably because they didn't get enough sun. And the third, and probably one as equally important factor in growing healthy, big, large carrots is having a loose, well-draining soil that can also maintain holding some form of moisture. You'll see that this soil is pretty devoid of moisture. I've accidentally let it bake in the sun, and there's quite a bit of weeds in here, so we're clearing those out. I'm adding my favorite store-bought compost because we're a little short on homemade compost, but this can help maintain the pH from around 6 to 7, which is what carrots like. But if I have worm castings on hand, I really like to use those. We're shooting for a sandy loam to chocolate loam texture of the soil, just like this. Now we're going to install a Garden in Minutes irrigation grid. These grids can come custom fit to pretty much any kind of bed, even with round edges. So this comes in 2 pieces for this size of bed, and it has a riser, so no matter what the soil level is in your bed, you can decide. And if you don't want to get anything else, you can connect a hose directly to these 2 pieces that come with each irrigation grid kit. And I do have a discount code in the description of this video for you guys as well. I'm cutting the riser to fit the needs of what we have for this bed, and I'm connecting one of their manifolds because we're connecting multiple beds together, and they also offer custom length hoses that maintain really high water pressure that you can go from bed to bed with, which is what we're doing with 3 beds on this side of our raised bed garden. Because I want to have as many accessibility options for you guys, no matter where you're watching this video from, I'm trying something that somebody suggested to me. coconut coir as a mulch. Coconut coir is coconut fiber that is extracted from the outer husk of the coconut, and it is very, very absorbent and can hold moisture really well. And what I did is I tested the coconut coir as a mulch on small pots first, just to see, will this actually hold in moisture in the middle of the summer here in Texas? And it did. So as soon as I would water the pot, the coconut coir would absorb the water and then slowly release the water to the pot below it. And so it is a pretty affordable mulch option depending on the size of garden that you have. So you can find this online or you can get it from a local retailer. I got mine off of Amazon, so I will link my Amazon storefront. And this was the biggest brick I've ever seen. It comes compressed and then you just soak it with water. It will start to soak up all that liquid and become like a crumbly mess. And this is perfect because I want a little bit of moisture already in there for when we plant these carrot varieties. I'm planting some of my favorite tender sweet carrots and then some yellow carrots, both from M.I. Gardener, and then some kaleidoscope rainbow carrots. And anytime I'm installing a new irrigation grid from Garden in Minutes, I just have to adjust it to make sure everything sprays the right direction. And I'm running about a 2-minute cycle just to make sure that the soil below is pre-soaked, and you can see that it gets pretty well soaked before I put carrot seeds on so they don't wash away. Then I'm sprinkling carrots just on the surface of the soil, and yes, I'm planting them pretty densely. That's okay. You can plant them as densely as you want. I go in and thin my carrots throughout the growing process. The next step is for me to remove the grid just out of the way and sprinkle on a very thin layer, less than ½ an inch of damp coconut coir to act as our mulch layer that can hopefully help hold in the moisture. Then we run the irrigation grid for about 1 more minute just to give everything a really good soak. And you can see how it ended up with a ton of coconut coir. So I'll be able to use this in other areas. And within less than a week, we have little bitty carrot sprouts poking through perfectly, which means this worked. And it's been in the upper 90s all week. So in Texas, you can grow carrots almost year-round, if not year-round, depending on the microclimate in your garden. I hope that this video has inspired you to try your hand at carrots if you haven't already, and to give you the confidence to grow and know that you can probably find some success with growing carrots if you can follow these simple techniques. If you've already grown carrots for a few years and they still haven't worked out for you, I encourage you to keep trying because it can take a few years to really get down one individual vegetable, and carrots are not necessarily a beginner veg, especially as a southern gardener. But remember, if you never grow, you'll never know.